Welcome to FIU Football Weekly. Panthers are through with the non-conference part of the schedule, 1-3 after 4 games after the Louisville game on Saturday. Coach, your thoughts on that Louisville game?
Well, I thought defensively, I thought we did a really good job. Held him to 12 yards rushing. Wanted to go in, affect the quarterback, get him uncomfortable. We did that. There were times he just kind of threw the ball up, and we got after him a little bit. And so I thought we did some really good things. We had three big plays that we gave up in the pass game that hurt us. But other than that, our defense played really well. Offensively, we just couldn't get anything going. I mean, they're good. We know that. They're probably better up front than I thought going into the game. Watched them on film. I mean, they're very, very good. They can be a dominating front, and we struggled with that. We ran the ball well at times. We had 162 yards rushing. Now, when you take away the minus yards from the sacks, it ended up being 80-something. But we actually rushed the ball, for 162 yards against a very good team. So we did do some good things in the running game, but we just, had a hard time, protecting the passer and then making plays in the passing game when we had opportunities. And we did have some opportunities. We just didn't connect on them. We turned it over 3 times. You can't do that against a good team, and you can't give them things, which we did, and you can't miss opportunities when you have them, which we did.
And really, outside of that second quarter when they, broke the game open, I mean, you guys pretty much were toe-to-toe with them, I thought. I mean, you had a couple of maybe pass breakdowns in that second quarter and then the pick six. I mean, other than that, I mean, it's pretty much an even game because nothing happened in the second half for them.
Yeah, it was. It was for a little while. The big pass plays are going to happen. They're a good team. They're a good team. They have some great athletes. They're going to make some big plays. But overall, like I said, our defense, played really well. And we didn't connect where we needed to. And the play that really hurt us was the interception for the touchdown. I mean, It's first 7-0 game, 1st and 10, misread the coverage. It was a very poor read, and throw the pick for a touchdown. That really hurt. But then our defense responded and held us in there and gave us a chance. But that was critical.
You mentioned the offense. They ran the ball okay. I mean, do you think it's with the offense right now? Is it a matter of execution, or is it just something else right now with moving the football?
I think it's a combination of both. First of all, they were a very good team, and there were times they just physically beat us, which is going to happen when you play a good team like that. And then there are other times, because of that, our fundamentals got sloppy. We didn't execute with the fundamentals. So there weren't a whole lot of mental errors as far as execution, but the fundamentals and techniques, especially up front, were not where it needed to be. And I think once our guys saw how good they were and that we're struggling, if we did everything right, it was still going to be a challenge. So I think guys started to try maybe to do a little bit too much and do something a little bit extra, and that's when we really got in trouble. So they got to trust their techniques and fundamentals and get back to the basics. We got away from it a little bit.
You got UAB now coming up, 27-24 game last year. Obviously, the two teams are different as they are for every game every year. But, I mean, you guys hung in with them last year with, less depth that you had last year. Wasn't as talented team as you have this year, I think. Your thoughts on UAB initially?
Well, they're a good team. One thing that jumps out at you, probably the same thing people say when they watch our defense, is our guys play really hard. And offense as well. Guys play really hard and play fast. They do the same thing. You watch their film, and they do. They play hard, and they get after it. So it's going to be a challenge. They're averaging 43 points a game scoring and giving up only 18. So they've done a really good job. They execute well, and they're playing fast, and they got some speed. They've got some really good speed that's going to be a challenge for us.
And you're dealing with another 2 backs that are, pretty talented, and Jordan Howard, another big back, 228 pounds, and then you got the speedster, and it's got 6 touchdowns. It's another challenge, I think, for the run defense. Yeah,
it definitely is, and our guys will be up to it. Again, they're playing hard, they're playing fast, they're playing downhill. Our defensive line's attacking the line of scrimmage, rolling in a lot of guys, and they're all doing a good job. And then our linebackers are really doing a good job playing downhill, attacking blockers. And I told the team yesterday in the meeting, I said, when people put tape on to watch our defense, you're going to get their attention. They say, "Ooh, we better come ready. We better come ready to play because they're going to attack us." And our guys are doing that.
What do you see from their quarterback, Cody Clemens? He completes 68% of his passes. It seems like it's pretty much high percentage throws that he has with that kind of completion.
Yeah, it is, but he can also throw it down the field. They're very well rounded. Like you said, they can run the ball. They got 2 backs they go in there they can run the ball with. They do a great job at that, and do an excellent job in the passing game. They've got speed outside. So they're a good offense. They played Mississippi State. Mississippi State had to come back to beat them, and Mississippi State just beat a top 10 LSU, and Mississippi State's now in the top 20. I'm not sure exactly where they are.
They cracked, I think, 25 or 24.
Yeah, they're in the top 20, 25. and they were, they had to come back to beat this team, and this team put 35 points on them, I believe it was, 30-something anyway. So, it's going to be a challenge.
What do you want to see, obviously, besides the obvious answer, what do you want to see from your offense this week against UAB?
Well, we got to execute. We got to execute better. We got to, with our techniques and fundamentals. And then when we have opportunities to make plays, we have to make them. Like I said, we missed several opportunities in the last game. Balls just off fingertips on deep throws, or had a guy beat, but we didn't protect. So we had a lot of opportunities. We just didn't take advantage of them. We've got to execute our techniques, fundamentals better, and make plays.
Alex McGrew, you mentioned he's okay. How do you assess his performance against Louisville? I know he only played about a half against the Cardinals.
Well, he didn't play as well as he played previous games. For whatever reason, his focus wasn't, where it needed to be. He misread, like the interception I talked about. He misread that coverage. He had a couple other things, mistakes that he made that he didn't make in the previous games. Again, I don't know if he was trying to do too much. Sometimes quarterbacks have a habit of doing that. They get into a couple games, they start to feel comfortable, and they try to do too much. So we just got to make sure he gets back to just, hey, trust your eyes, trust your reads, and do your job.
Did you think the hour and 14-minute lightning delay had any effect as far as the team when it came out against Louisville?
No, not at all. Not at all. We're used to that. We've prepared for that in training camp. We're used to it. You get a lot of that here in this part of the country, so we're used to it. It had no effect whatsoever.
That's Coach Ron Turner. Panthers take on UAB 3:30 on Saturday from Legion Field, historic Legion Field. We'll have the game for you on 12:10 a.m. ESPN Deportes.
Lofts it over his wide receiver's head. Now it's starting to get in Gardner's head. Hey, just do your job. Settle down and deliver a strike right there.
Gardner has the ball taken out of his hands and has to dive back on it. Wakefield took that ball out of the right hand of Will Gardner. I'd say these issues from a week ago continue on here in Miami.
They're plaguing him. And FIU's taking advantage of it. Wakefield comes off the edge, the defensive end. The coaches love his effort. They love his intensity. He comes off. He finds the ball. He doesn't get the sack, but he's able to get his hand in there, exactly what he's taught, and knock the ball out and force the fumble right there.
Welcome back to FIU Football Weekly. Michael Wakefield joins me here. Michael had a career-high 2 sacks and career-high 3 tackles for loss on Saturday. Obviously not the result that you guys wanted, but you did get your defense held Louisville to 12 yards rushing. I mean, that's something to hang your hat on.
We came out physical, playing physical, and we focused on, because you knew they were going to come out try to establish the run game. So we came out physical to stop the run game. And after that, they seen that they couldn't run the ball anymore, so they started to pass.
It seemed like, I mean, overall, defensively, you guys pretty much went toe-to-toe with them. I mean, I think it was a couple of breakdowns in pass coverage that really opened the game up, but, I mean, they really weren't moving the ball on you guys.
No, they really wasn't. It was just a couple of pass plays that got us. Actually, it was like 3 plays, 3 long pass plays that got us.
As far as the next opponent, UAB, you guys played them tough last year, 27-24. You guys did not have the depth that you have this year as far as a team-wise, and obviously the defense is better because I think the last check FIU defense was 16th in the country or 18th in the country after this past weekend. Have you seen UAB film yet, and what do you see with those guys?
Yeah, I seen a little bit of it. They really want to run the ball. They really want to run the ball. They're more like a physical type of offense. And
I noticed their quarterback has like a 70% completion percentage. I mean, they go for the safe stuff, you think?
Yeah, they more like match protect. They lead the tight end and running backs in so they can have time to send 1-2 receivers downfield.
And they have a back, their main back. I mean, no, they have 2 backs. So one of them has got 6 touchdowns scored. But Jordan Howard, their main back, 228 pounds, the 3rd week in a row where you guys got to take on a running back that's pretty much a load to bring down.
Yeah, we've been working on that ever since the pit game, tackling, get them down to the ground.
Can you guys take anything away from the UAB game last year that maybe helps you out this week?
Yeah, they pretty much try to do the same thing they did last year. So we're just gonna look back at the things we did and get better on it.
Did you see their quarterback in the film that you've seen? Obviously, you're going to see more film, and then you guys will practice later this week. But did you see their quarterback being a mobile type of guy where you guys have to keep an eye on him if he takes off, or is he more like the Louisville guy, Will Gardner, who was pretty much a statue back there?
Actually, they have 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I can't really recall their numbers right now, but one of them, he rather pass the ball than run, and they bring in another quarterback, and he would run it than pass it. He'd rather run it than pass it.
That's Michael Wakefield. Thanks for joining us, Michael. Panthers take on the Blazers 3:30 on Saturday from Birmingham's Legion Field. We'll have the call for you on 12:10 a.m. ESPN Radio.